I'm MC Wheels, and this is my introduction.
I'm MC Wheels, so listen up, have a few lyrics to spill.
I'm a Sunny Coast hip-hop artist who suffers from the condition of spinal muscular atrophy with respiratory distress. I first found my passion for hip-hop music in 2010, where I just wanted to put my ideas out on a piece of paper, and I took that inspiration and turned that into an EP. I then took that inspiration from my EP and turned that into my first ever debut album, which was called My Introduction. I then wanted to elevate that skill and do an album launch, and I did that successfully. And then a bunch of gigs around that entire time, which then led to my best gig in 2012 at Sprung Hip Hop Festival in Brisbane on the main stage that Hilltop Hoods got to play in. And I tell you what, this is the best 5 minutes of my entire life.
Supply opposition, treating it quicker than it's a musicians. Trying to tell me that we're bucks with competition.
Some days in my life I wanted to spread my wings and fly away. Leave my problems, never return, never come back in a couple of days. Try and release all the pain that I keep bottled up inside. Let's switch bodies, see what life's like through each other's eyes. We all have.
There was a time in my life where I didn't know what I was going to achieve or what my purpose was, but once I found my passion for hip-hop music, I wanted to stick with that and do the best that I could, because I realized that even though my body had limitations, I could speak, I could use my voice, and I could create stuff with my mind. So I wanted to take that and show people, no matter what your limitations are, you can't really be held back, and you can shatter those if you want to.
My family felt like a failure, all because of my disability.
So in 2014, I started making my second album, and this was a crazy period because in the next 4 years, a lot of stuff happened. I got to open for Mantra, Joelistics, and Evil Eddie, and then I also managed to get myself talked about, as well as some of my lyrics read out from the song Fly Away in Parliament from a local MP, which was just insane. I also managed to share the award for Young Citizen of the Year on the Sunshine Coast area. And then to top that off even more, I got to open for Bliss and Esso on the River stage at Brisbane. And that is without a doubt one of the craziest, most unbelievable gigs I've ever been a part of. And it's one of the most magical periods of my life.
And want to hold close, never take it for granted. Someday it goes. The message I convey might be cheesy and corny. If you inject a little bit of love every day, it's better surely.
I think the first thing that you need to know about hip-hop, and hip-hop is this.
It's my call of duty, so when I upgrade to pack a punch more lethal with.
So I've just finished writing and producing my third album, which is called Story So Far, which has some of my best ever material that I've ever written. But before I release that, I've got to go to Sydney and play in the club championships for my Queensland Power Chair football team, the North Brisbane Jets, and hopefully we're going to smash it and come away with the win. And then once I come back, straight into album stuff. I'm going to release my album for all my wonderful fans and anyone else new that finds my music. But I wanted to share with you my ability in the hopes that you could find your ability and share that to the world, because we all have limitations, but we all can break them. And I've shown you that, what I can do, and hopefully you can do the same. I'm MC Wheels, and that was my story so far.
So I take all my problems and throw them in a bottle with a detailed note, explaining my struggles and all of my troubles. When my life crumbles, easing the burden, sitting on my shoulders, size of boulders. It would get bigger and worse if I was packing them in folders. Never find the issue in my core, it would just constantly rot away as I'm getting older. Cut ties on this bottle, chuck it in the ocean for its final goodbye. My life won't be minimized, victimized and paralyzed. I keep following my tracks, I got something to prove, and that's what I emphasize. But I often criticize the road.